Hey everyone, Muckalike Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV here, and this is a guide to the Sunqua Peaks Fractal Challenge Mode. Now let's get to the point. Like all challenge modes, this is increased risk for increased reward. Bring the most stacked group you can with all boons covered, ideally. Unlike most fractals, when you activate Sunqua's challenge moat, a portal will open straight to the final boss. This entire CM consists of one boss fight with a checkpoint in the middle. A note here for the casual player. This is, in my opinion, the toughest boss in all fractals at the time of recording this. Do not feel bad if this takes your group many attempts to conquer. On the flip side, once you can handle this fight, it's one single fight to clear a fractal challenge mode every day for big rewards. You will first fight the boss in her form similar to normal mode. Once killed, the challenge mode will begin. Air phase. Dodge the obvious projectiles, dodge the obvious red circles. Most groups save their CC for when she's in the middle of the room, not on the sides. When you all get circles, spread out from each other. When she floats up in the air, collect the energy orbs and jump into the clouds with the charged leap buff to disperse it. On challenge mode, there will be more clouds to dispel than normal. These mechanics repeat until 66%, then the fire phase starts. She will leave the arena and meteors will rain down. Avoid them and jump over the shockwaves. A couple of the meteors will land on players, so they will need to drop those somewhere, then move away. After all of the meteors have landed, she will start a large AoE that you can avoid by standing next to the intact meteor. Look for the one that does not have the fire particle effects on it. That one will be up during the explosion. There are more meteors on challenge mode. You can DPS her some while standing next to the rock. After the meteor event, she will resume her standard abilities with dashing and circles, but now they are all fire themed. All of these fire events repeat until 33%, then the water phase starts. The water phase transition works just like on normal. She will float up and push you away from the middle unless you are in the eye of the storm, so to speak. Use a class portal skill or white mantle portal device before 33% to leave a portal in the middle of the room. Once she shoves everyone to the outside wall, make the second portal and port into the eye of the storm, and the pushing will stop. Once there, it is easy to deal with the other mechanics. One mechanic being the green circle you need to share, the other being the title bargain beam. Don't let the beam get 10 stacks on one player. Move in front of each other to take the beams to avoid reaching 10 stacks. If you do reach 10 stacks, there's a big boom. After surviving this, she will begin her usual dashes and circles, which are now water themed. After a time, she will begin floating in the middle, but is not invulnerable this time. She will pull you, reflect projectiles, Scourge OP, still give you the green circles and tidal bargain beams to deal with, as well as some narrow lines to avoid. Survive this for a time and it will end. Again, she is not invulnerable during this part, you just don't want to melee her or use projectiles here. On CM, there is more green circles than normal. At 0% health, she will start phase 2, also known as the darkness phase, which is new to challenge mode. If you are not trying to get the no deaths achievement, your group can /GG here if you need to swap any skills. This is like a checkpoint. If you die later on, you will restart right here. Fear phase. She will still dash around the room and have the same projectiles and circles, but now they're darkness themed. She will apply torment and confusions. If you are in this phase for 2 minutes, 4 mobs named Fear will spawn and chase players. They are invulnerable and live 15 seconds. If they reach you, they go boom. If any player dies here, they will spawn a new ad called Doubt, which makes things tougher for your team because they will have to deal with it. At 66%, the Sorrow phase starts. At 66%, and every 70 seconds after, she will go to the middle of the room and cast a bunch of bad circles. After a few seconds, an enemy named Sorrow will spawn with a break bar that has to be CC'd within 10 seconds. Otherwise, it AoEs hard and is usually a party wipe. Scourge Epidemic is very popular here, just to copy the conditions on the boss over to the Sorrow, which helps immensely. Aside from this new AoE plus Sorrow periodically, the boss continues its usual mechanics on repeat until 33%. Then the Guilt Trip phase starts. Like before, at 33% and every 70 seconds after, the boss will teleport to the middle and do a big thing. This time, there are lots of no-no circles and 2 Sorrows will spawn. both Sorrows will start casting the Kill Everyone spell and need to be CC'd. Either abuse 2 or more epidemics here, make sure not to cast the Epi until after the second Sorrow has spawned so you hit both of them, or give people assignments such as you CC the Sorrow on the left and I'll CC the one on the right, etc. Additionally, at the same moment, a Guilt will spawn, which works like Titled Bargain. It will tether someone and stack a debuff, and if it reaches 10 stacks, they go boom. So you need to share it. If it tethers to the boss, it stacks buffs on her, so get in its way if that happens. Deal with these mechanics on repeat until 0%, and the fight is over, and claim your loot. And now you know how to dance with demons. You're welcome. Click these links.